Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here of Plan with Elise, and today we are doing a video that we did in August, I believe, where I took a notepad. This is a super old notepad from Happy Planner. I don't even know if it's still available, but I love it because of the lines and checklists, and we are going to list out everything that is in my brain. It is Monday morning, about 7:30 in the morning. Today is Monday, September 8th. And I'm going to start to write down everything I need to do in all separate categories. So I'll write a few of these on camera and then we're going to go and then I'll turn off and come back because you don't need to watch me write down everything. But just to give you an example of some of the things that are on my mind. So I have to do some Amazon returns. And the way that I'm going to make this list is one of the things that I need to write down is to mail out a spread, a custom spread that I did, but it's not just mail out the spread. I have to print the shipping label and then mail out the spread. The reason that I'm writing this in two separate items is because we are going to estimate the time that it's going to take me to do everything I need to do. And in order to do that, breaking it down into separate items is going to be really helpful. Another example of this is print photos because I want to do memory keeping, but printing photos and memory keeping, this is for a video next week. Those are two separate things. So that's kind of an example of what this list is going to look like. But we're going to go ahead and fill out the rest and then I'll be back. Okay, my list is done for now. And what I mean by for now is it's done as of this point on Monday morning. Other things may definitely come up throughout the week that I need to do. But for now, it's done. So that feels really good. Now what I'm going to do is take some Zebra Mildliner dot markers. And I have these in red, green, and yellow. Now, what I learned in the last video is that all of our brains work differently. I do these as red is urgent. Yellow is it's important, but it doesn't have to be done right now. And green, it can wait. I know that for a lot of other people, you look at green like go, yellow slow down, and red stop. So kind of the opposite. At my job, we use a a project management system called Asana. And the colors that we have for urgent is red, same day is yellow, and green is 2 days or as soon as possible. I know that I'm not using them that exact way, but I see red because I see it at my regular everyday job as urgent. So that's what we're going to do here. So I'm going to do my urgent items first. So one of my urgent items is pick up prescription. I don't actually have too many urgent items. I'm going to do answer text messages as urgent because I don't like to go more than a day. Also, I have to email my HOA. We have kind of this water thing going on that I need to email them about. And then I'm going to do clean off desks as urgent because I'd really just like to get my desks cleaned off. And then the final urgent is going to be this video that I need to do that's user generated content because I just want to get that off the list. It's not due until Thursday of this week, but I like to do it as early in the week as possible. I do these weekly. Then we're going to go for the items that are important but not urgent. The print shipping label and mail spreads, Amazon returns just to get them out of my house, printing photos and memory keeping. Because today is the 8th and the Kello Plan video is Friday or Thursday, I need to do that. This plan with me that I put down, once I do this, all of my YouTube videos are scheduled through September 20th. And like I said, today's September 8th. So I don't actually have that many videos I'm going to put on my plate to film this week because I worked so much in the last few weeks to get ahead, which gives me more time for everything else here. I do need to get my dresser cleaned off and I do need to back journal a little bit. We had such a busy weekend. We were barely home. And so I really didn't have time to journal this weekend. And I'd like to journal, as soon as I can. So I think that I also need to get a list set together for alcohol for the engagement party. I think the rest of this can wait. You know what? I'm also going to actually put urgent for start a new book. It's not urgent for a lot of people. However, I'm trying to get back into a rhythm of reading. And I feel like by prioritizing that, it's going to be really good for me. The rest here, I'm pretty sure can be green, meaning it doesn't have to happen today. It doesn't have to happen tomorrow, but it needs to happen this week. I also added the date here because I have the whole week to get these things done. And I feel like sometimes being mindful of that is really helpful. So here we go. Now, what I did last time after I filmed this video is once I started to get through some of these items on the list, I actually remade the list because starting to see everything that I had already done, I was distracted and I couldn't quite see what was left to do. So that's why I actually gave myself a little bit more space here. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is times. We're going to estimate how much time it's going to take me to do each of these things. And I just want to reiterate, the time it takes me to do something may be different than the time it takes you to do something. If you see something on here and that you want to make this list and you're not entirely sure how long it's going to take you, do it and set a timer and see what that timer looks like. Don't set the timer and then rush through it because you're trying to race the timer. Just kind of see how long it takes you to do things. The example I gave last time was folding laundry. And I had a question about it because someone felt like my time to fold laundry or put it away was unrealistic. James and I do our laundry separately, and my laundry is really once a week usually. And a lot of the times, like when I'm just working from home and not really doing anything, like I may wear the same sweatpants more than one day in a row or something. Like, of course, I'm changing my underwear and I'm showering and all of that, but like not all of my clothes are completely dirty every day. Let's say they are. Even if they are, I have, let's say, 7 pairs of pants, 7 shirts, 7 pairs of underwear, a few bras. That's not a ton of clothes to fold and put away, and so it doesn't take me excuse me, it doesn't take me very long. Let's do a sip of coffee and clear my throat here. Okay, so Amazon returns. I do my Amazon returns at Whole Foods. Whole Foods is less than 5 minutes away each way, 5, 10, and then just the time to like go. So we're just going to call this 20 minutes. It's less, but we're going to call it 20 minutes. Printing shipping label takes 2 minutes. Mailing spread is also 2 minutes because all I need to do is schedule a pickup through the post office and put it out front. They pick it up. Printing photos for what I want to do memory keeping is probably like a 20-minute thing. And then the memory, that's a lot of M's. The memory keeping video we're going to do as 60 minutes. The thumbnail is 5 minutes. When I start a new book, I like to dedicate 30 minutes to it. Answering text messages shouldn't take me more than 5 minutes. I know the text messages I need to answer, and emailing my HOA also shouldn't take me more than 5 minutes. Ordering the linens for the engagement party. This may be something that I delegate, so I'm going to put 10 minutes down. And what I think I'll delegate is maybe to my mom, who's really being a great help with everything for the engagement party. So I think I'll let her know the size of the tables that we're renting for the party and let her know, what we're thinking for linens. Choosing photos for the engagement party and printing photos. So choosing photos, I already put together like an album on my phone of all the photos of James and I, and we need uh 12 photos for this specific thing that we're doing. I think I have 20 in there. So all I need to do is show the album to James and see if there's any he really wants or any he doesn't want. So again, I think that's a 10-minute process. Printing photos though, this is also going to be a pretty short process, shorter than the other printing photos because this one I want to choose photos myself. So that's why I'm kind of adding those in there. Filming a plan with me is usually a 30-minute process from start to finish. Going to the bank for my hair appointment, cash. The bank is about 7 minutes away. So 14, we'll do 20 here. Scheduling venue tours is going to probably be about an hour. And I'm also going to do 30 minutes for this list. Now, not all of this is on me entirely, and I'll talk about that next. Cleaning off my desks is 20 minutes. UGC video. I've talked about UGC many times, but I feel like if I don't explain what it means, someone's going to ask. UGC stands for user generated content. And in addition to being the content creator that you see here, I'm also a UGC creator, which means that I create content that I give brands that you may never see. I don't share it on my channels. If you watch their channels, you may see it. But I do weekly videos for another planner company that I don't show on my channel, but it's showing their audience how to use their products. The intro for that, I always do front-facing video intros. Every video starts with my face and introducing myself and introducing what the video is about, and that just means 5 minutes. Usually I try to do the intro when I'm about, like, if I'm going out somewhere, I try to get ready a little bit earlier and then do the intro because I want to have my hair and makeup done and look nice. Right now I am in pajamas with a towel in my hair, as I am with, or not pajamas, but sweatpants, as I am in most of my videos. So I usually do these at 2 separate times. Sorting through my tank tops. I can very quickly decide what tank tops I want to keep and get rid of. I'm going to do that as 15 minutes. I also want to sort through my dresses, and I'm going to do that with 20 minutes. Organize the kitchen buffet. I'm going to give 30 minutes. I have another thumbnail for Calible Plan that I need to do. That one was 5 minutes. Let's do this too. Clearing off my dresser is a 10-minute task. Picking up a prescription, CVS, is about 7 minutes away, kind of like the bank. Where was going to the bank? 20 minutes. Let's do that. And I'll also give myself 15 minutes to back journal. Should be enough. So now we kind of know how long each thing is going to take. The next thing that I'm going to do is delegate days of the week. So I have some of these other dot markers, and I feel like I could have put this somewhere else. Okay, let's do Monday. Tuesday. Wednesday. Thursday. And then we're just going to do one for Friday and one for the whole weekend. Well, of course, I would do one for Friday, but we're just also going to do one for the whole weekend. It doesn't really matter what weekend day it is. Okay, now the next step, oops, I didn't really mean to write weekends. I have correction tape here. The next step is to really think about my week. The last time I did this, I think I had a pretty busy week, and so there were really only specific days that I could get things done. But I'm actually going to start with Tuesday, because Tuesday night, James and I will be home together. I, for September, switched my Patreon Zooms from Tuesday to Monday, because every Monday night, James is out, and we weren't having any nights at home together to not only spend time and have dinner together, but to do wedding planning, to do all these different things. So now Tuesday is like delegated to get those types of things done. So what I'm going to do is anything that James and I need to do together, I'm going to immediately mark for Tuesday. So choosing photos for the engagement party is a Tuesday job. Alcohol list for my brother is a Tuesday job. Is there anything else for the wedding? Scheduling venue tours is a Tuesday job. That's it, because I'll just print the photos for the engagement party separately. So I think that's all I need James for. So that's Tuesday. I may come back to some more on Tuesday. Let's talk about Monday. Like I said, it is Monday morning. It's probably a little after 8. Right now it's like 8:10. I have until 9 a.m. and then I have my lunch break today, and that's it. After work today, I am going to an art show, and then I have my Patreon Zoom from 8 to 9. So I really have, by the time we finish this video, I probably have an hour and a half total to get things done today. So it's not going to be huge, but I am going to do these urgent things I want to get this video done. I'd also like to pick up my prescription maybe on the way to the art show. And then also I'm going to put cleaning off my desk. So I'm really starting with the urgencies. Starting a new book would be amazing. I just don't know if it's doable. I think the best time for me to start a new book may be Tuesday when when I'm waiting for James to get home. So I'm going to put that here for Tuesday. But I also want to come back to Monday because I'd like to get the spread mailed out. And I think that's it. I'm tempted to do more, but I also know my schedule. Wednesday is another day that I don't have anything going on after work, so I have a little bit more time. I think that doing like an organizing day Wednesday would be really nice. And if I need to change one of these, all I have to do is just use my correction tape and I can change the dot color. But we're going to do that Wednesday. This should happen Wednesday too. This can happen Tuesday, ordering linens for the engagement party. And then Wednesday, I really should get these photos printed. I don't necessarily have to film the memory keeping video, but I should get the photos printed. I'm going to skip spots for a second. Friday, my day off. Amazon returns. Bank for hair appointment. Typically, I try to put together anything that's out of the house together, except for picking up the prescription because I need a prescription. So we're going to shift that over to Friday. I also should be looking at Friday here for things that are going to take a little bit longer. A memory keeping video, printing photos, filming another video. Back journaling should happen today while things are still in my mind. This is Monday, right? Yeah, back journal. Clear off my dresser, I'd love to do today. It may not happen, so we'll put it for Friday. And at this point, we've actually left nothing for the weekend. So it's not a bad thing. It doesn't mean that every single day has to have something delegated. I am guessing what will happen here is there may be some things that don't get done on their delegated day. There also may be some things that I do ahead of their delegated day. And that's where I'll use my correction tape and kind of shift things around. If I get through my entire list by or before the weekend, this weekend, all we have planned right now is that I have a hair appointment on Saturday afternoon. Other than that, I've got nothing going on. So what I probably would do is start to get ahead a little bit with future Plan with Elise videos, or I can work on some other projects. I can do some exercising. I'm sure that James and I will make plans. I think that on Sunday, we're probably going to go watch football, Sunday football. So it's okay that nothing here is delegated for the weekend. The weekend is really there for me so that if I don't get everything done, I have that space. But I feel like I'm in really good shape. It always helps my brain to kind of start and get things written down. And if this isn't a method you've tried yet, I highly recommend it, especially as we are approaching a new season. If you're starting to feel overwhelmed, this is a really good system. So let me know if you tried it last time. And if you didn't, if you were going to try it this time, I'll link these zebra dot markers. I really love them. I love that they're a little bit firmer and that they kind of have a harder tip. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.